Hi guys, welcome back to our channel Endless Prophecy. Today in this video, we're going to give some reply to Dr. Zahir Naik, his babble on Mark chapter 16, verse 17 and 18. Let's see what he says.
The Bible has a scientific test how to identify a true believer. It's mentioned in the Gospel of Mark, chapter number 16, verse number 17 and 18. It says that there will be signs for true believers, and amongst the signs, in my name they shall cast out devils, they shall speak foreign tongues, new tongues, they shall take up serpents, and if they drink deadly poison, they shall not be harmed, and when they place their hand over the sick, they shall be cured. This is a scientific test. In scientific terminology, it's known as the confirmatory test for a true Christian believer.
Now let's see the context words. Mark chapter 16, verse 17 and 18. It returns, "And these signs will accompany those who believe. In my name they will drive out demons, they will speak in new tongues, they will pick up snakes with their hands, and when they drink deadly poison, it will not hurt them at all. They will place their hands on sick people and they will get well." Let's see a small example from Bible. Acts chapter 28, verse 3 to 6. It returns. I think most of them know this story of Paul. Paul gathered a pile of brushwood, and as he put it on the fire, a viper, driven out by the heat, fastened itself on his hand. When the islanders saw the snake hanging from his hand, they said to each other, "This man must be a murderer, for though he escaped from the sea, the goddess Justice has not allowed him to live." But Paul shook the snake off into the fire and suffered no ill effects. The people expected him to swell up or suddenly fall dead, but after waiting a long time and seeing nothing unusual happen to him, they changed their minds and said he was a god. After that, everyone was so amazed, the entire population became Christian. From this Paul's experience, the important thing to note was he did not volunteer to handle the serpent. My dear brothers and sisters, do you remember when Satan tempted Jesus to jump off a very high place and fall after fasting 40 days and 40 nights? I read the verses, Luke chapter 9, verse 9 to 12. It says, "The devil led him to Jerusalem and had him stand on the highest point of the temple. 'If you are a son of God,' he said, 'throw yourself down from here, for it is written, He will command His angels concerning you to guard you carefully. They will lift up you in their hands, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone.' But Jesus said, 'Do not put the Lord your God to the test.'" Same thing here. If you knowingly put God to the test by drinking deadly poison, you will definitely die. Unless the God supernaturally intervenes and saves you by His grace. But it is deadly to test God like this.
That he is a true Christian believer, and at least I would like him to confirm to me about the falsification test. Please be rest assured, I will not ask Dr. William Campbell to have deadly poison, because I don't want to jeopardize the debate.
What Satan told to Jesus Christ to do, the same thing here Dr. Zahir Naik tells Dr. William Campbell to do. God said to Satan, "Do not put the Lord your God to the test." That same God, that same Jesus Christ tells everyone, "Do not put the Lord your God to the test." Surely God will save you from any kind of deadly poison, but the thing we need to understand, we should not do as volunteer. I think you clearly understand these two verses. Thank you. If any doubt or any objection, please leave it in the comment section. Thank you. God bless you.